Hey guys, back with a new video for you. Just a little bit of change of scenery. I thought I'd sit on the floor and you can see my cat sleep on my bed. But yeah, this video I'm going to be talking about my concert bucket list. I have seen quite a few, or most of the bands that I wanted to see, and I just realised I forgot to put two on my list, so I'm going to start with them. I'm just going to get right into this video. So the first band on my bucket list to see that I obviously haven't seen is Aerosmith. Just an iconic band that I think really everyone needs to see at least once. Hoping they will do an Australian tour maybe next year. Hoping. But yeah, if any of you guys have seen Aerosmith, let me know if they're good live, because yeah, I've been wanting to see them for a few years now, and they just haven't come to Australia, so here's to next year. Anyway, band number two, the band I forgot to put on my list, is Like Moths to Flames. So they have been here to Australia twice. The first time they actually cancelled. They were meant to play with Bless the Fall. That was a few years ago and they cancelled. And then they came again, I think it was like last year, and played with North Lane, and I couldn't make it, so Like Moths to Flames, get your asses back to Australia. And yeah, I hope to see them someday. The third one on my list is actually North Lane. The only Australian band left that I haven't seen, and they are coming to Perth in, I think it's October, and unfortunately I can't go because I'm saving like crazy for my holiday. So maybe next year, or whenever they have a new album coming out. So yeah, the fourth on my list, I've got Killswitch Engage. So they came earlier this year. I think it was like February or March, and I was planning on going, but then I ended up spending all my money to go to a Supernatural convention. So yeah, hopefully Killswitch decide to come back. It was a headline tour that they were doing too, so if they do come back, it won't be for a while, unfortunately. So yeah, fifth on my list, I've got Chelsea Grin. So they've been here since I've been a fan. They've been here twice. They did a headline tour, and I think the other one was also a headline tour. And yeah, I've either been at work and I haven't been able to get time off, or I just didn't know. Sometimes I don't know bands are coming, but that's not very often anymore. So yeah, Chelsea Grin, get your butt back here. Sixth on my list is a band that's actually never come to Australia, not that I know of, and that's Carnifex. As you guys know, I listen to all sorts of music, and you might not know Carnifex, like they're like a death melodic metal, something like that. Anyway, they're a dope as fuck band. I've been a fan of them for quite a while. And yeah, they're just, as far as I know, they haven't been to Australia. Well, not since I've been a fan. So yeah, I'll be excited for when they decide to come. Number 6 on my list is Last 9 Kills. That's another story. I know they're pretty big over in America, but for them to come to Australia, I think they'd have to come with a few other bands. I don't think they'd come on their own, and especially come to Perth, considering like we're miles from everywhere. And I think that's pretty much it, but I've been a fan of Last 9 Kills since the beginning, and I do hope they come here soon, because yeah, here in Australia we don't have any music festivals anymore, so that's also out of the question. Next band on my list is Wage War. I've been a fan of them since Blueprints, obviously, and I honestly didn't think that they would ever, ever. I thought it would be a while till Wage War got to come to Australia. But next month, I have my ticket. They are supporting Make Them Suffer on their Australian tour of Make Them Suffer's new album, which I can't think of what it's called. But I am so fucking excited. if you haven't got your ticket to go see Wage War and make them suffer because they're from Perth, go get a fucking ticket. It's gonna be mental. They're playing it's like a pub show here, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm hoping to get my copy of Blueprints signed on my vinyl. So yeah, so pretty fucking excited for that show. Next one on my list is Fall Out Boy. I'm more of a fan of Fall Out Boy's earlier stuff, but I do enjoy most of their music. They actually came to Australia in 2015 and they co-headlined Soundwave Music Festival, and I actually flew to Melbourne because the festival wasn't coming to Perth, it was just Melbourne and Sydney. So yeah, me and my friend, we flew to Melbourne, and Fall Out Boy clashed with Slipknot. So you can probably decide, or you can Slipknot, Fall Out Boy at the same time. I chose Slipknot 100% because I doubt they'll ever come back, let alone to Perth. So I'm glad I chose Slipknot because now Fall Out Boy are coming. They're actually coming here February next year. I already have my ticket. They're playing a stupid ass venue here in Perth, but hey, at least they're coming to Perth, and I am stoked as fuck to finally see Fall Out Boy. Next on my list is Five Finger Death Punch. I'm a huge fan of Five Finger Death Punch. They played Soundwave 2014. They only got, I think it was like a 45-minute set. I was at the barrier for the entire fucking thing. But I'd love to see a headline, Five Finger Death Punch do a headline show. Now I know they've got a new album coming out soon, so if it's not the end of this year, hopefully they'll come next year on their own headline tour, because like, I mean, a 40-minute set isn't enough when they're one of your favourite fucking bands. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, there's another band on my list here that I have seen, but that I'd love to see them do a bigger set. So yeah, anyway, next band is While She Sleeps. I was lucky enough I got to see them last month, I think it was. They opened up, or they didn't open up, they played with In Heart's Wake, Crossfaith and Polaris. They're Australian, and hands down While She Sleeps were fucking amazing. But again, it was only like a half an hour set, and I'd love to see them on a headline show and watch them easily play an hour and a half. I actually got to meet them. They were lovely guys, and yeah, hopefully they come back to Australia real soon to play You Are We, more of You Are We. So yeah, next band is Born of Osiris. So they actually came here, I think it was around 2013, and at the time I wasn't into the band, and now that I am, they haven't come back. So yeah, hopefully they come back soon, because I know they've got a newish album, or even when they tour for their next album. The next one on my list is Bury Tomorrow. So they toured with Ghost Inside and I Killed the Prom Queen on the something to do with Brutality tour. I do remember, I think it was 2014. Anyway, Bury Tomorrow did all the East Coast shows, and then they cancelled it on Perth, even though they were meant to come and do Perth. I was bummed as fuck, as I'm a huge fan of Bury Tomorrow. And yeah, so I'm hoping they come back soon. Their latest album was fucking mental. If you don't know who they are, I'll actually link them in the description. Bury Tomorrow, they're from the UK. And yeah, they're just a phenomenal band. Anyway, next band we want to see is Darkest Hour. I don't think they've ever come to Australia. I've been a big fan of theirs for a few years. And yeah, they just haven't come. So whenever they decide to come, I'll be there. Next one on my list is Dead by April. Don't know if you guys all know Dead by April, but They are an amazing band. They just recently had an album come out, so I might link Deborah April down in the description as well, so you guys can go check them out. And yeah, they've just never come to Australia. They're big in America, but for them to come to Australia, it wouldn't be cheap. So yeah, next one on my list is Fit for an Autopsy. Now I could easily see them come over and play with like Thigh Art or like anyone along those lines. As far as I know, Fit for an Autopsy have never come to Australia, but I mean, I've only been a fan of theirs for the last maybe 3 years or so, and yeah, I'll be stoked as fuck for when they finally come. And the last band on my list, you guys might not know either, is Volbeat. So they played Soundwave 14, and at the time I wasn't a fan. I knew of them, but it was after that I really got into Volbeat, and I really hate that. Like, yeah, you go to a festival, you don't know a band, you go home, you end up finding the band and falling in love, and then you're like, fuck, they were there and I didn't see them. So yeah, that was my concert bucket list. If you guys have a concert bucket list, let me know in the comments below. I don't think there's any more that I want to see, like they're the main bands, and I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys want to see me talk about the bands I've seen live, or even do a video on bands I've met, if you guys would be interested. I'm not bragging, so music, bands, it's kind of like a passion. Like, if I love the bands enough, of course I'll do anything to meet them and just to tell them how much their music has helped me and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to see a video about that, drop a comment down there, and who knows. And if you've seen any of the bands that's on my bucket list, let me know. Like, I'm keen as hell for when any of these bands actually finally come to Australia and Perth, and not skip Perth. So my camera just fucking cut off. I am so mad, so I'm going to quickly wrap this up. So yeah, Stone Sour, they played Soundwave either 13 or 14, and again, I missed them completely, and now they are coming back to Australia. I think it's like next month or something, and they're not fucking coming to Perth. So thanks, Stone Sour. So yeah, and as you can clearly see, I've seen Avenged Sevenfold. I am waiting for them to come back. It's been way too long. My shirt is dope as shit. It's actually from when they headlined Soundwave back in 2014. So yeah, that's it for this video. As I said, here's my kitty. Everything I said, yeah. Let me know if you want me to do a video on bands I've met, bands I've seen, anything along those lines. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye guys.